worst age to lose your virginity at. That's my current age. That's not good.
What get high now is edibles, because they're perfect now. Edibles are fucking perfect now, because you go to a store, in that store you're like, hey, how many milligrams is this edible? And the person's like, oh, it's like 200 milligrams for that chocolate bar. When I was in high school, that didn't exist. You would buy edibles from your friends, and you'd be like, how many milligrams is that? And they'd be like, 4 years of shake. That's how many milligrams.
I bring my own smoke. Good day, everybody. Welcome to the show. I'm Marijuana Man. This is From Under the Influence, show number 8,000,009. We're the number one 8,000,009 show on the internet. Yeah, welcome to the broadcast. It's Wednesday, as always, here in Vancouver. Kind of winter's-like day, if you will, out there. What it must be 8 or 9 degrees plus here in the middle of December. We've had some pretty mild weather here on the coast, gotta say. And I'm looking forward to lots more. And lots of bright sunny times too, so that's been fun. Glad that you could tune in today. The gang's not around. Some are flying solo today. They're all out, of course, doing their Christmas volunteering and I guess, I don't know. Yeah. But Anil's here, flipping switches as fast as his one finger can go. Well, can't be 560. It's got to be 704. Can't be 315. 396 it has to be. The flicking of the switches. Holy cow. Yeah, so things carry along out here quite nicely. Tomorrow we're going to have our Cannabis Culture Christmas party. I don't know. It's haven't seen, Christmas hasn't really exploded in my world at all. And you go, what, really? Already? But yeah, that will always be fun. Cannabis Culture knows how to throw pretty good parties, gotta say. We've got the space, got the toys, got years and years of experience, and it's usually a delight. The people working the lounges these days decorate beautifully, Halloween and at Christmas time, and there's always a big generous buffet and so much smoking up of the appetite. So we'll be thrilled to be here, and it'll be a good time here in the crazy world of cannabis. Never ends, never stops. They're just going fucking nuts. Look at how crazy it is in the real world, right? Like, it's never been this fucking crazy when it was completely illegal. Like, I've done this show for fucking almost 19 years, and it has not been nearly as nuts as it is since they legalized it. They're going fucking crazy out there. Everybody is. The whole world. Well, I don't care about the world, but certainly in Canada, like, every walk of life is going fucking nuts about cannabis. And they know nothing about it, which is generally the most infuriating part of it. The experts are people who don't know anything about cannabis now, right? The LPs are the experts. The fucking health people are the experts. The lawyers are the experts. They don't know fuck all about cannabis. And everything that they do know they got from watching fucking pot TV. They learned it from the black market. Everything that they know and everything that they react upon is cannabis based in the black market. All the LPs, all the notions, all the fucking everything has come from the black market. The way that they grow, the way that they trim it, the way they do everything is exactly the black market. And I don't know, somehow everybody thinks that that is the only way to produce marijuana, is the way that we've done it under Prohibition. If you really think about how the effect that Prohibition has had on this plant, oh my God. Let's say it was never made illegal. There'd be no hybrids in our hands. You wouldn't have any of that stuff. There'd be no need to. There was no point in doing it. You would have smoked Mexican and Colombian and Thai weed and Hawaiian by that time, Jamaican weed. That's what you'd be smoking all these years, African weed, if it wasn't illegal. The only reason that anybody made a hybrid, if you will, and we're not even certain that it is really that, was because you couldn't get a sativa to finish outside north of fucking Mexico. Right? You could not grow good weed outside of the places where it came from. All equatorial regions no further north or south of the equator than 30 degrees. That's where it came from. So if you weren't in that place, you could not get the plant to come to fruition. You did not have a long enough season. So nobody grew any weed, even though the little seed would germinate and it would grow in your backyard. It grows in veg pretty easily, but I don't care about veg too much. I care about trichomes. Isn't that the reason that anyone would grow cannabis in the first place, is the trichome? You don't get high off the fucking leaf. So grow those sativas, and they don't grow any trichomes because you don't have a long enough season until the, as it's been called, the indica came along, which was actually seed stock that came out of Afghanistan, which you will see is at 34 degrees north latitude. It's outside of that 30-degree sativa realm. And the hash-making regions in the world are Morocco, Lebanon, Afghanistan. All of the hash-making regions are in and around that, in between those latitudes. And cannabis grows there quite differently than it grows in sativa world. So, at any rate, the Kush that came to North America grew a much different looking plant than what we had been trying to achieve with a pure sativa from Mexico or Colombia. This was a squat, short plant, much thicker, and it actually grew buds in the season that we had. And it also put trichomes to some degree on that bud. But it wasn't very strong marijuana because it wasn't in the right place. It was struggling to be what it is because it was not in the right conditions or at the right latitude. There's a story I came across today about that very thing. This story is coming out of Ontario, and it's the second one in a couple weeks here now, about a company announcing that they're going to be licensed to produce marijuana outdoor. And here's what the headline says. It says, "Let the sun shine in. Canada's first outdoor cannabis farms are promising better quality weed. Really? Promising better quality weed. So in the article, everybody who they talk to in the article is a fucking idiot and knows nothing about cannabis. They did not approach this from the cannabis point of view. They approach it from prohibition. The only reason that anybody ever grew weed outside and was able to sell it is because it was illegal. And for no other reason. Not that it was good weed. Come on. Well, Canopy Growth bought them all up probably already. I'll bet they've got the agreement in place to sell their product. Because they did that. There was a farm in Brantford, Ontario. This is in Ottawa. Burnstown. Go down there a bit. Or up, I mean. Burnstown Farms, or whatever they call themselves. Burn you with your fucking money. Right?
Mark Spear, he plans to submit an application this week. He hasn't even applied yet.
Indoor grows are going to become dinosaurs the next 5 to 10 years, says this guy who's going to grow outdoor in Ottawa. Are you fucking kidding me? Eh? You can't say shit like that out loud, right? It comes back to bite you, right? These people, they don't realize this. They make these statements. Now, he's defending his position and trying to pump up why you should be buying his crappy outdoor weed from fucking Ottawa or Brantford, Ontario. Because their whole point of view in this article was because the LP's weed is so shitty. Right? And that they're gonna produce a thing that is like a pharmaceutical, right? Because it's indoor and being manipulated and right? And so what? These people out of Brantford, Ontario, I can't remember the name of their outfit. Oh, they said such stupid things. Yeah, I don't know what they call themselves. They're selling it on the idea that it's better to grow cannabis outdoor. And in that statement, yes, that's true. But it better be in the right place. Right? You can't just yank cannabis from these places on the planet and expect it to be good. You don't expect any other plant in the world to do that. I don't see anybody growing coffee in fucking Ottawa. Right? Coffee comes from exactly the same regions as cannabis does. Just about without fail. It's the same conditions. But you're not growing coffee in fucking Brantford. Why not? It's laughable to think that you would. So you just can't yank plants. There is no pineapple industry in Ottawa. Why not? No, they're not selling their coffee that they grew there, or their pineapples, or bananas, or cotton. There's not enough cotton in the world anymore. You could sure use some more. Why don't you grow that? Because you fucking can't. And don't think that people haven't tried to figure out how to do that because of the space that we have. But with all of legal science, for all of these fucking years, they haven't figured out how to do it. So don't tell me that a bunch of fucking hippies have achieved this. They have not. There's no chance they have because they don't know how to do that. Right? And it doesn't matter at the end of the day anyway. You're still going to grow your outdoor weed as long as your season will permit you. Not as long as it would like to be there. Because you don't even know how long it would like to be there because you have never left it there because you've come to the end of your season. way earlier than where even this plant came from. So it's laughable. It's absolutely laughable. People have been lobbying Health Canada to make sure that they write in that we should be licensed to grow it outdoor in Canada. Fucking childish request. And not within, and a lot of people are going to go, I've had some pretty good outdoor. Yeah, because you didn't have anything else. I don't know. I've had a tremendous amount of experience smoking weed. And outdoor weed is my very last choice. I've had many opportunities to see that with multiple bags of marijuana, one of them, or even more, being outdoor weed, not fucking touched. And then I'd look at them, and quite frankly, out of pity, I'd say, God, I should at least smoke some. So I do. And then you go, well, this is fucking useless, and go right and roll a joint of something that's good, grown indoor. Depends on the country. So, people laugh and joke about weed that we used to get, the sativas we'd get in the 60s and 70s. Oh my God, fucking rip your head off. It didn't look very good. Had full of seeds, but took those all out and the rest of it just rocked you. So, in our infinite wisdom and our human fucking egos, we think that we know everything and that we can do anything to anything. So, the desire would become, initially when we started crossing the Kush with the sativa, the attempt was to get, because when you smoked that outdoor Kush, you got high for a little bit, had pretty good flavor a little bit, not all the way through the joint ever. It just didn't have enough trichomes on it, because it doesn't have a long enough season or an intense enough sun for the plant to need to have them. That's what it comes down to, what the plant needs, not what, well, here's the conditions, you better perform. Well, you don't ask that of any other plants, ever. There's green shrubberies growing all over this city. Vancouver, in particular, has a tremendous number of tropical shrubberies planted around their houses, but they don't look tropical. They're low green bushes. And then when you go to the land where they come from, you go, oh my God, look at this plant. You go, that's the same one that's fucking in my yard. I've never seen, it's huge and got giant flowers on it that I've never seen ever. No one does, because we don't expect it to. Because we know that it won't, because of the conditions that we offer it aren't correct. It's no different with cannabis. Come on. People say, oh, that there'll be a market for it. But there'll only be a market for it by misinforming people about what quality is. Everybody's lobbying here, it seems to me, that's getting into this industry to make sure that they don't have to offer you quality. Right? Canopy Growth brought up that Brantford farm before they could fucking say farm. Bang. They'll be sending that out. Most of the weed that you see being sent out is grown in greenhouses, which is another horrible place to grow weed in Canada. They've only looked at prohibition cannabis, and that's what they're giving or trying to, because there's a market, right? There was a market during prohibition for outdoor weed because it was better than nothing. That was it. That's as good as it is. It's better than nothing compared to really good weed grown indoor. Come on. Who could say otherwise? And then they go, well, we're going to make concentrates out of that outdoor stuff. And you go, yeah, you're going to have a fucking lousy average concentrate made from average weed. It better be damn near free. But they don't want it to be cheap. They want to pretend, and they said in the fucking article that they can grow higher quality weed outdoor in Ottawa. Are you fucking kidding me? They don't know how to grow weed. It's just laughable. But they're going to do it across this land. And they were investing millions of dollars in it. Oh, gross. How come nobody's come forward to grow good weed? Not one fucking outfit here has really come up, stepped up to the plate, said, I'm going to fucking deliver the shit to you. Nobody. What? Because they can't. They don't have any weed. These poor idiots that went and got a retail license from the provincial governments are sitting on fucking empty shops doing nothing. Thanks. Thanks for this. Don't say you've created an industry, because you haven't. You haven't done anything. They don't have any weed. What the fuck? Yet these companies are still investable and worth billions. They haven't been able to deliver any weed. Holy fuck. I don't think they want to. I think they're putting off having to even do that as long as they possibly can. Because they don't want to. It feels like it to me. They're not. They take no pride in their product. They don't. Right? So little is ever said about the cannabis when they talk to these pinheads as experts. Right? Bruce Linton is an expert. Are you fucking kidding me? His guy said, oh, we don't have any seeds. We didn't think anybody would want to grow them until the spring outdoor. Huh. This is what his guy said out loud with people listening. Holy shit. This is what canopy growth comes at from the seed point of view? You'd think somebody, one of their consultants, would have told them, no, a lot of people grow indoor. They don't want you to have them. They just don't want you to have it. Right? So, I don't know, I guess that's why they got House of the Great Gardener and Serious Seeds, and they deal with greenhouse seeds and big-time companies, but they don't have any seeds? What happened? And their guy didn't know that everybody grows indoor? Better than the outdoor weed you're going to get from fucking Brantford and Ottawa? And everywhere else in between? Wow. They don't know nothing about fucking mold conditions. Like, your whole crop is dependent on the season you have. You know that, don't you? What if it starts raining too early? What are you going to do then? Huh. But full-blown science hasn't been able to come up with ways to do that with any other plants. Like, quite honestly. So we got to stop thinking that we've done all this shit to cannabis. We haven't. We've really just done the best we could this whole time. Really. And for many other reasons than having anything to do with the plant. Plant produces THC and all the other cannabinoids for a very specific reason, having nothing to do with you or me. We just take advantage of it because it's there. So, all these people who are experts telling me what they can do and what they've done and blah, blah, blah. If you take a full kush and cross it with a full sativa, you have diminished the qualities of both of those sides of the family. Straight up. There's no way you've made it better. And any attempt to continue upon either path would be done so, and have always been done, because of the prohibition gardens that they were being grown in. People did not lean towards the sativa side of any cross that they made, because they didn't have the room. dependent on the room that they grew in and the intensity of the lights that they got and the conditions that they've offered. We did the best we could, but it was under prohibition. So why do we think at the end of this day that we've done it perfectly in any way? Why would we even think that, given what we've been up against? All of the equipment that we use has been borrowed from other industries. Every fucking thing. The lights in particular are, they're a far cry from what they actually would like. Nobody even looked at that. Conditions of where these plants come from, given their sativa kush leanings, the conditions determine that they are that, and have always determined that. So how can you arbitrarily take a cannabis plant, throw it in a room, and go, cannabis is fairly forgiving. It will still produce something under the conditions that we've all figured out up till now. Right? We've done the best we could. But how did we make it stronger? They keep saying we've made it stronger. I don't know. How did they do that? How does the plant produces THC and the cannabinoids in response to the conditions that it's presented with? And no other reason. It doesn't fucking do it just all of a sudden you found a plant that was producing more THC. Why would it do that? The plant doesn't fucking work like that. You have to find out why it's producing THC in the first place, and then encourage it to make more based on the reason that it's being made in the first place. But they didn't do that. They go, oh, we can just do that. Right? So, and the whole industry switched to Kush. Skunk #1 and Kush. That's what runs through fucking, I'll bet 90% of all hybrids out there in the world. If you look them up, you'll find Afghani and skunk. We haven't invented new marijuana since we took a Thai and a Mexican and crossed it with an Afghani. We've not invented anything new. We have only taken that and spun it in every direction we can. And again and over and over and around and around and around. How did that does not make shit stronger? Doing stuff like that. It seems to me that terpenes are fairly easily transferred from one hybrid, if you will, to the other, thereby confusing us into thinking that we've done something. Oh, this one tastes different. But it doesn't mean that it's going to have more THC. How the fuck would that happen? Here's the thing. If you got a cannabis plant and you put it in a room with no lights, you'll get no THC. Even though it's the strongest strain on the planet. You put a candle in there, you won't get any THC. Okay? Flashlight, fucking bare bulb. Okay? It's all about the light. Oh. What's it trying to defend against? So, I've looked it all up. There's so many lighting companies out there trying to sell you every idea they got. They all work, but they're all working to grow your leaf. And it's pretty easy, actually, to veg marijuana. You can fucking do it in Brantford. To a really nice, healthy green plant. But I want to get it covered with fucking trichomes that are full of cannabinoids. That get baked under the sun for a long time. The longer the better. As it turns out, there's only certain regions in the world where high THC producing marijuana comes from. Sorry. It's not my fault. But why is everybody ignoring this? Why not even regard it? Do you think the fucking shit came from the East Coast? Sour diesel? Right? Like, thank God for Prohibition to offer us all these wonderful hybrids. I like smoking them all. I tend to mix them with Congo, each one, just in case. Right? Just as a safeguard. You go, wow. So if they put Congo in there, you still get that zippy up sativa stone that I like, and you'll get the flavor of the Gorilla Glue. So, but there's not a chance in hell this stuff's stronger. It's not stronger than Thai weed. There's no way. It's not stronger than Congo. Congo's a pure sativa. Like, I smoke it all the time. People come into my shop and they say, what's the strongest? And I go, well, sativa. And they go, well, I like indica though. You go, well, okay, well, I don't know what to say anymore. And then even to say what the strongest indica is, because they're also very similar. Right? They're children's weed. I don't know. The world's gone berserk. People are coming out of the fucking woodwork here that are now wanting to try marijuana because they've been hearing all about it and it's legal now. And you're going, oh my God, you've been so misinformed and you're so afraid of it. They don't want THC. They're coming in saying, I want weed without THC, and you go, get out of my shop. Quit asking for that. We haven't got weed with THC in it yet. Let us have that for a minute, would you?
Now you want CBD too?
I don't go to a bar and say, give me a whiskey that won't make me drunk. I don't. Because like, they'd laugh at you. Are you kidding me?
It's medical. Medical doesn't get you drunk.
I'd say, well, you get that from the government. Stuff doesn't get you high. LPs are growing that because they're growing outdoor in Ottawa. Well, I don't know. It's bound to fall apart. It has to. I've never seen anything more maniacal than this anywhere. They have no fucking morals whatsoever. Marlboro, company that owns fucking Marlboro, just took over a big chunk of somebody. What company was that?
Kronos. So Altria is
Kronos.
They call themselves.
These people have no ethics or morals whatsoever. Why in the fuck would you let a tobacco company into any industry? Like, anything. Like, what are they going to fucking open daycares next? Right? Nobody wants them in their industry. Nobody. They're fucking wicked. Everybody knows they're wicked. You've been telling me for years they're wicked, for fuck's sakes. That they've lied to me about the dangers of their product. And their product is fucking dangerous. Why would you let them branch out into another product that you don't know anything about? That's fucking dangerous and very irresponsible. And fuck Kronos. Like, really, fuck them all. You gotta boycott all of this shit. It's the only way that we can ever overcome them is not to buy anything from them. Right? It was funny how medicinal users back when they fucking created all these goofy LPs, only 9% of cardholders actually bought weed from them. Only 9%. But here, now we're stuck with all these fucking LPs because of that. They're worth billions of dollars. Right? And they're just handing billions back and forth like it's fucking soda pop. Right? And they don't have any marijuana. Not here. Not for Canadians. So at Afria, they're all up to their fucking eyes in insider trading and laundering money. Right? It seems fairly obvious that that's what they've been doing, and that's what people are saying they were doing, and they're still in fucking business. Why is that? They're just going to throw somebody under the bus and continue with a fucking license to do it. How would that, is this even possible? I'll tell you, when Mark and Michelle and I were charged with money laundering, they shut down our fucking business and made damn sure that we weren't staying in business. Hey? For a paltry $4 million, not fucking $500 million. Oh my God. And they're still in fucking business. The AFRI made an announcement today. They just struck a deal with Paraguay to provide them with weed now. Huh. A little more laundering going on, I guess. Holy fuck. No morals, no ethics. The real world of business is fucking ugly. And the people that are in it are fucking ugly, as far as I can see so far. So, good on them for bringing in the big tobacco and big booze industries to take it all over, and everybody's singing all the way to the fucking bank. Right? And they don't have any weed. In fact, the weed that they did have was, by and large, everybody says pretty average and bad. Didn't like it. Maybe only 9% of Canadians are about to buy their weed from them. And that's why they come up with so many stringent rules against it. And they've let every fucking pinhead across the country make some determination about cannabis. Every pinhead. They're coming out of the fucking pinhead vault. Because I'm a city and town councillor, I have to make a decision about this weed. Based on what? Prohibition. Based on what they said during Prohibition. That's it, that's all. And what the government made, what regulations they made based on Prohibition and their own agenda, as it turns out. The whole fucking thing's conflict of interest, wouldn't you think? Look at the task force. What was there, 5 doctors? 2 cops? Another cop running the thing, another lawyer who worked for the LPs. You go, wow. And what was their conclusion? They said, we need more money for research. Oh, helps all the doctors. And we need more money for enforcing legalization. Oh, helps the cops. Only 2 groups represented on the fucking task force. That was their recommendation, and that's what they got. You go, wow, this is fucking insane. Canopy Growth is out there scooping up everything they can fucking get their hands on, having anything to do with this. Right? Well, they bought Stores and Bickles last week, vaporizer. Interestingly enough, the vaporizer is the very vaporizing tool that Health Canada allows you to use. Huh. Wonder how that works. Health Canada determines which one you're supposed to use or have to use, and one of their LPs owns that company. They have given a license to that company to provide marijuana and own fucking that company. Interesting. That seems a little fucking conflicty to me. But I don't see these people, these big-time fucking LPs, as being very sophisticated. I've never seen them to be sophisticated. They seem like they'd be straight out of the black market, too. Eh? Oh, they don't know how to launder money very well. What the guy fucking 150 million or something they dumped or they said they dumped into Jamaica, which turns out, yeah, there was nothing, nothing. They bought a little shack and some fucking little bit of land or something. Turns out, ends up in the guy's wife's bank account and his daughter's. That's sophisticated. Yeah, now it's in Paraguay. So I don't know. Like it just, none of this seems on the up and up or destined to provide good cannabis to anybody. They're not even trying. They don't know how. Now, they keep fucking using this micro cultivator bullshit. Fuck you and your micro. Fuck off. We should be cultivators. Fucking micro. And a stupid limit put on how much. You're going to let these idiots in Brantford grow 100 acres. These people said stuff like this. You know, cannabis plants can grow 15 feet tall and yield you 10 pounds of plant. You go, well, yeah, if you're in fucking Colombia and Mexico or Thailand, not in Brantford. You get fucking real. Outdoor. They heard that on the fucking radio, I guess. Canopy Growth uttered yesterday that they plan to become the Google of cannabis.
Keep asking him where's the cannabis.
Yeah. So, perfect is what I thought, because everybody that I've seen in all these years who come out and make statements like that eventually go away. And they never become this lofty thing that they've announced that they will become. We'll fucking decide if you become the Google of cannabis, won't we? The world decides, not you. Yeah, where's my pot is what you'll be putting into Google. Got any weed yet? Got any seeds yet? Got any clones yet? Got any consultants that could actually tell you how to do that? Oh, you're all grown in greenhouses in fucking Mission. It's all bullshit. Everybody wants to dive into the prohibition end of cannabis marketplace. They see all these openings because of the way it was in prohibition. But there should be no fucking different levels of quality. Why are you penciling this all in? That there should be different levels of quality. And when not one of you has yet even figured out how to make the best quality. Nobody seems to be striving for that because they're lost now. They don't know what to do. Right? They're growing in a greenhouse and it's too fucking humid or it's too fucking cold. It's costing a fortune to heat this fucking greenhouse in Leamington, Ontario in the fucking winter. And so, yeah, there's a long way to go. I don't know. It just feels like they can't sustain what they've done here. Nothing is going to come of it. It's all kind of fallen apart. So I don't know. We'll have to see. Like, really, are they just going to go berserk against the black market? Quebec, what do? They raise the age to 21 in Quebec. Are you fucking kidding me? What's wrong with these people in Quebec? Like, the people who run that show are fucking nuts. They're fucking crazy people. Or just so corrupt that it's unbelievable. But 21. In the whole history of my fucking history, Quebec was the place you went to because everything was younger. You could go to Quebec and drink. At what, 18? No, they're gone berserk. Man, good for them. Quebec will disappear because all their young people will move away. Once your young people move away, you got nothing. So, Quebec will lose everything because of it. And well, they should. Fuck you. Well, Mississauga, is that right? Fucking Mississauga and Markham, Ontario, banned cannabis retail stores. These are giant fucking places outside of Toronto. Are you fucking kidding me? Man, if I lived there, I'd be marching in front of those fucks, telling them that just to go to hell. Like, really? Who are these fucking people to make these decisions? And they're doing it everywhere. At every fucking level, any chance they can get. Vancouver announced that the licensing fee in the city is going to be even more than it was before. $33,000 fucking dollars. Oh yeah, we got a new mayor. Same as the old mayor. The old gray mayor. These people are fucked. Like, I have no respect for them whatsoever. They're just fucking puppet robot lazy fucks. All of them. Crooked motherfuckers. So, who gives a shit about the new mayor and anything, right? $33,000 for a license. Why? Has anybody asked them that? Like, why? No, I've never seen one report saying why does it have to be so much? Kimberley, BC offers a business license for cannabis retail store for $100. Why? Why is Kimberley $100? And Vancouver's $33,000. Fuck you, you greedy motherfuckers. You don't have to do anything. You lazy fucks.
They were quoted in the paper as saying that they were considering the province hadn't offered any money.
Oh yeah, they're all wincing about how much fucking tax money they want. Fuck off. There shouldn't even be a tax on it. Why? Why doesn't... See, this is the thing that media doesn't do, is ask why about any of it. They've never done it with cannabis ever. Why? Why should it be taxed? Not one of them asked that. They won't have a fucking answer for it because there's no cost to society to have cannabis in it. There hasn't been up till now, except for enforcement. That's the only expense. But they're happy to just not even think about that. Oh no, we can't. We can't think about the facts. Can't think about the truth. How the fuck are we supposed to make money off it if we do that? How sad is our world that it is so fucking profit-driven. That's all we got here in Canada and the U.S. Profit-driven society that sucks. They serve us lousy food. It isn't even food because of the profit margin. It's got to be profitable. The rest of the world doesn't let McDonald's serve the fucking swill that they serve here. Subway, I can't imagine anybody even fucking... They shouldn't even be in business. The crap that they've fucking done to their food and got caught doing. They still got a license to sell it. Nobody even said anything about suspending their fucking license. I don't know. It's fucking crazy. So, since I'm counting on the idea that none of them know anything about cannabis, so there's a little chance that they're ever going to succeed here. Like, it doesn't matter that they're just, ooh, what are they? They don't even make excuses as to why they don't have any cannabis. They're selling it to every other country on the world for as much fucking money as they can, because Paraguay will pay large for outdoor Canadian weed, when in fact you can grow better weed outdoor probably in Paraguay. So, don't accept less. There's no reason why we should even be offered outdoor weed. We should be offered the best fucking weed at just a fraction of the price. the realistic price of how much it actually costs to grow it, not a prohibition price. Chris, the manager downstairs in the store, just got back from Lethbridge, bought weed, $14 a gram across the board. $14 plus fucking tax. Yeah, I don't know about tax in Alberta.
Illegal weed.
No, legal weed, $14 a gram. Are you fucking kidding me? That's fucking nuts. And there's no way that I don't know, it's just a plant, isn't it? Produces a certain amount. But that certain amount used to be worth a lot under Prohibition. That's what we'll be saying to cannabis growth at some point here, you know. Come on, let's get real about how much it's actually costing. If you're going to grow outdoor, it better be fucking near free. It does not cost very much. You're growing in greenhouses, you got 1 million acres, you say. Fucking, it shouldn't cost very much at all. And if it does, you people are fucking stupid. So, we'll see. There's too many people involved already that don't know anything about it. It's very obvious to me, so we'll have to see how far they can actually make it. This ain't like the fucking construction industry, for fuck's sakes. And people stood around and watched fucking idiots who don't know anything about construction taking it over and influencing it and being the only ones that can build your house now? Are you fucking kidding me? What a joke. Health Canada or the government, they're the worst at doing this I could have ever imagined. The worst fucking nonsense they've come up with. And then they keep saying, oh, the world's watching Canada, and fucking laughing at us. Except for those who are making the fucking billions, the handful of guys that are laundering money all over Canada. I hope they keep fucking looking at these clowns, because I can't imagine too many of them were doing anything but that. There's got to be lots of behind-the-scenes insider fucking... I don't know what they got against short sellers. Shouldn't it be diminutive people sellers? It's going to be only short people, the little people. The stock market's for suckers. Right, drooling at the riches that those big guys will take your fucking money and they will show you what riches are. That's how it works. It's not just infinite amounts of money to go around. If somebody's making large off it, you're losing. And that's how it's always worked. Yeah. So, I don't care what happens to anybody who's involved in it, quite frankly. It's going to all crumble. If it ain't already fucking all illegal. So maybe that's the saving grace here. But they won't lose their licenses. They'll just continue to be the only ones fucking flailing along. How come you don't have any weed? The fuck are you doing? You got all this shit? Come on. Oh, you don't have any seeds either? Or any clones? You must have had mother plants, every one of you. You must have mother plants to fucking provide the clones to stock your thing. What happened? Did you kill all of them too? You just keep killing everything because you don't know what the fuck you're doing. Here's the way it could have only gone here. Anybody who's growing weed for an LP came out of the black market and grew their weed differently than the other guy, no matter who they hired. Right? They all have their own way of doing it, their own idea of what it is, their own idea of what's good, what's needed, what it should, blah, blah, blah. Right? They didn't do any fucking research and development. They took every fucking high-yielding strain they could find from the black market that anybody ever talked about, and they threw it in their horrid little greenhouse, and they're growing the one that survived. That's it. You have no idea. Arbitrary conditions is all it's ever been here. Nobody actually looks to find out what the best conditions would be. It's just, here's what we've got to offer. Do your best, marijuana. But they don't even know what it does. They are still all just growing leaf. That's all they care about. The weight of the leaf at the end of the day, not the quality and number of the trichomes. Huh. So, I don't know. It's damn confusing. And they're confusing the hell out of the world with this fucking CBD bullshit. It's like it's insane. I don't know. People are coming in to buy in flocks to my fucking shop wanting to CBD. I don't want to get high. I go, well, I'll go away. It's not why I'm here. I'd kind of like to get high. Oh, and they're so adamant about not getting high. And you go, well, why not? And they go, oh. Right? Why don't you want to get high? They don't know. Getting high has gotten a bad name, hasn't it? Being high is something different than actually what the world is perceiving it to be. I'm high, I guess, if you will. I just smoked fucking 4 or 5 Congo joints.
God made me low, I'll say that.
But I don't know, do I seem high? High has been associated with being drunk. It's not. Right? Oh, he's high. You go, oh, high. Most people wouldn't know, actually. Most of the people I know that smoke a lot of cannabis, you wouldn't even know they did. So, depends. And I don't see... I worked in the lounge for a long time and saw fucking thousands of people smoke weed. None of them went... Eh? Not like you'd see every night in a bar somewhere. You don't act like that. You don't even know. How could you know? You don't even know. Unless they pass out. Right? Hit the floor. And that happens, but... So, I don't know. Oh, like, what the fuck? We're up against a crazy world here who still hates THC, still hates us getting high, still hates us, still hates us, still hates us. Fuck you, city councilors. Go and tell these people you are fucked and that you've made a bad choice and the people will rally against you and you're not going to be a city councilor next time. Go tell them that. Right? Why should they even have the fucking right? In Mississauga? What the fuck is going on? Ontario is a fucking wasteland of conservatives. It really is. Like it's... Look, they got fucking Dougie. You get what you deserve. Here's the thing, too. Shoppers Drug Mart, fucking big announcement about them getting the right to do mail-order medical cannabis. Well, when there's weed. If there's any weed. But did you know that Shoppers Drug Mart was very instrumental in the start of the drug war against cannabis here in Canada? 1969, guy who owned Shoppers Drug Mart started the Council on Drug Abuse and started lobbying together all of the other pharmacies and media, scarily enough, to rally against these drugs people were taking that he wasn't selling to them. So he called it drug abuse. Right? And then they were given the right to write the curriculum that's been taught in the schools about drugs ever since. That curriculum was written by an ex-cop. Her name was Heather. So that's fucking Shoppers Drug Mart for you. And Loblaws and every other fucking pharmacy these fucks own. They have been lobbying against cannabis your entire life. And now they are about to sell it to you. Tell them to go fuck themselves. Don't buy any of their makeup or any fucking bullshit that they have. Fuck Shoppers Drug Mart. Anybody gets to play except us, right? Make it really hard for the fucking people who actually care about cannabis, who actually know something about cannabis. And it's not like this with other stuff. It isn't really like this. I have the opportunity to get the best of just about anything. Not this. The worst. It's the worst they're headed towards because they don't know. And that's the saving grace, all right? Cannabis will prevail.
You gonna go through all this for sin?
So, we'll have to see how it all pans out in the days ahead. I don't know, the mayor and cops here said that they weren't going to be hunting down the dispensaries anytime soon. But new mayor, same as the old mayor. Right? They're always the same. I've lived here a long time. They're always the same. They don't do anything. They're not progressive people. They're not fucking fun. They're not. They don't have any vision. They don't have any. Like, what would you do? I don't know. If I became mayor of Vancouver, holy fuck, would you not celebrate the reputation that we have already with cannabis? Right? Wouldn't you do that? And turn that into such a fucking viable, if you're gonna, the world's gonna let you get a tax, holy fuck. Why wouldn't you? $33,000 for a license. Fuck you. That's fucked. So about 8 times more than a fucking liquor license? Oh, what do you mean?
And they're gonna kill people. We save people.
And what's the license? What's it cost to get a license to sell cigarettes? In a store where you've got fucking children in front of you. Why can't that be the same for me? Why do I have to be a fucking certain distance from a school? You fucking idiots. Here's how stupid the fucking world is. Countries today have announced that they're banning yellow vests so that there aren't copycat riots in their neighborhood. You fucking so stupid. If you think that the people are at a boiling point and are going to riot in your city, that banning yellow vests will stop them?
I guess I gotta get a new jacket and new one.
Everybody in France has a yellow vest. It's part of their vehicular safety program. You drive a car, you gotta have one of those yellow vests in case you break down. Gotta be visible, so you know, right? So they've all got a yellow vest. That's why it's a yellow vest. And it helps because you all look the same then. But so you couldn't come out in a group of orange vests? Green vests? That's how stupid the world is. So good on France for fucking smashing them, as far as I can tell. People should rise up. It will happen here, potentially, if they keep going the way they are. If they keep being so horrible to the people. Like, why would you do that? The fuck are these people, and why would you? So, you don't even know where to look anymore for an honest and fair politician. They are all crooked, right? Doesn't matter, liberal, conservative, NDP, they're all the fucking same. Conservatives in Ontario fucked up cannabis and are being crooked around it. The NDP here in British Columbia, the Liberals in Alberta, well, it doesn't matter. You have to get that through your head. The system is fucked that allows these people to do what they do. But that's what we need to fix. But until then, we smoke weed. So, until next time, we'll keep the faith, eh? Got to do that at least. So, I hope it goes well out there for you. You guys are in fucking deep winter in most places. We gotta look, yeah, you'll be plotting out your gardens in Brantford in the snow today, but
Putting down some stakes today, probably.
well, don't invest in any of these companies. Don't play along with them. Don't go and look for fucking jobs at Aurora to be a bud tender. There's nothing to be a bud tender. All they will allow you to do is say, no, I can't talk about that. I can't discuss your health issue with you and how this can actually help you. You will not be allowed to do that. The rest of it is telling people what the rules are. That's all you need to know as a bud tender now. Nobody to help the public understand weed. That's another way they just cut it all off, right? No more information to people about it. Certainly from the years and years and years of anecdotal evidence that we have fucking witnessed and gained knowledge from. Our own personal experiences are vast, but you're not allowed to tell them that now. That's fucking weird, eh? No, they want to take it away. Put it underground. Put it behind fucking bars is what they want to do. They still fucking hate cannabis. And they hate the fact that anybody forced them to do it.
And begrudgingly made money.
And then set about trying to take advantage of it as much as they possibly can. Well, I don't support people who take advantage of cannabis. I don't give a fuck who you are. So, write letters, make phone calls, conferences too. I don't know. I don't like there's a conference every fucking weekend here in Vancouver, put on by LPs, all about LPs, how to make money, how to fucking comply, how to fucking fuck off. I don't go to those either. Right? What's the fucking point? It's just these new experts yipping off about fucking how to make money. They all grow weed with a calculator. Anyway, don't get me started. So, have fun out there, get good weed, and support your local dealer and grower as much as you can. We will overgrow them eventually. We've been doing it all along. We got this far because we overgrew them. So, continue to do that. We'll always have better weed than them and cheaper. So, until next time, thanks to Anil for keeping me alive. And we'll see you guys next time. Peace. And the Congo.
You guys ready to start the show? 24 years old. That's the worst age to lose your virginity at. That's my current age. That's not good.
What I high now is edibles, because they're perfect now. Edibles are fucking perfect now, because you go to a store, and in that store you're like, hey, how many milligrams is this edible? And the person's like, oh, it's like 200 milligrams for that chocolate bar. When I was in high school, that didn't exist. You would buy edibles from your friends, and you'd be like, how many milligrams is that? And they'd be like, 4 years of shake. That's how many milligrams.